Now if you lay your ukulele on your lap, you'll notice that the thickest string, the G, is on the bottom, and the thinnest string, the A, is on the top. And you'll notice that this is exactly the same way that tabs look when you're looking at them on paper. So don't worry that it kind of feels upside down. You will get used to it and you'll be able to read tabs in real time, play with the song even though you've only heard it once. So stick with this, and I promise it'll be easier. Now as far as tuning goes, tuning forward like this is actually going to tighten them, which means it's going to raise the pitch. Also notice that they're wound to the outside, so that twisting them forward like this is going to raise the pitch. Imagine it like a car's tires will go on the road. They'll always roll forward. Now moving on to the neck of the ukulele, we have this white thing here, which is called the nut. And then below that is the entire fingerboard. And on that fingerboard you have these metal bars. These are called frets. And frets are how you make notes. Now a helpful tip, if you feel like the ukulele is making a ringing sound or it's muffled, it's probably because you're pressing in the middle of the fret when actually you should be pressing as closely as possible to the fret. That will make the clearest sound. And the other thing you need to keep in mind is you need to push straight down with the tips of your fingers. If you don't use that, that's where you get the muffled sound. You'll also notice these dots here, and those dots are just to help you figure out where you are when you get closer to the neck. If you'll notice on the top, right there, usually a good ukulele will have that. Most don't, but it's just kind of a nice added feature. So if you follow that right to the front, there's that dot. And this is typically what they are. It's the first dot's on the 5th fret, then the 7th fret, and then the 10th and the 12th. These are very important intervals, especially the 5th and the 7th in jazz. But the 12th, what's interesting about this, let me go ahead and play what this sounds like. What did you notice? Did you notice that it was actually the same tone?
Come on, let's go to ancient Greece, to the time of Pythagoras, the master egghead of them all.
Pythagoras?
The father of mathematics and music.
Mathematics and music?
Ah, you'll find mathematics in the darndest places. Watch. First, we'll need a string. Stretch it good and tight, plunk it. Now divide in half. Plunk again. You see? It's the same tone, one octave higher. Now divide the next section. And the next. Pythagoras discovered the octave had a ratio of 2 to 1. With simple fractions, he got this. And from this harmony in numbers developed the musical scale of today.
Now that we're holding our ukulele in the correct position, what you'll notice is that when it was like this, the tabs are exactly the same. But when you're doing it like this, you're actually behind the ukulele. So it flips. In other words, the bottom string is going to be the top on the tab, and the top string of the ukulele is going to be on the bottom of the tab. But like I said, don't worry about this because it will get easier. And in fact, I actually prefer it that way because you can read it in real time. Because this is the string that you use most. So let's start off with a very easy tab. We're just going to use this string. So it's going to start on the 4th fret. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom string. More precisely, the A string. go from one string to multiple strings. When you have a tab that has one number on top of another, that means you play the strings at the same time. So for example, on this one, I could play it like this, but I want you to see, so I'm going to do it like this. So this means that these are going to be your top strings, okay? And I'm going to pluck them both at the same time, just like this.